So, it's here. The basic thing you should understand is variable depending current phases. Phase 1. Wakamo swimsuit. Before fighting Wakamo in Hovercraft, you'll face Wakamo swimsuit first. The CC circle bar is appear, and you can fill it with CC effects such as stun, fear, and taunt. Of course there's many students with CC ability, but for the basic is these two, S.Chisegs and Kayoko. Both are equally good depending your playstyle and availability of those students. You should at least bring student with CC ability on the phase 1 and is really important. For the explain, is to fill this circle bar. When this bar is filled, Wakamo swimsuit gets stunned for a few seconds. The student with Sakura mark will disappear. Well, you might already knows what will happen. It's an instant death. So, after Wakamo swimsuit gets stunned, she will immediately activate other skill. This skill only activated when the circle bar is full and after stun effect is disappear. It's particularly important to do this, since the boss will increase her damage dealt by 25%, but also she will receive 100% more damage. You can do this 3 times, and that's the maximum number of her attack and damage receive increased. Also, the CC circle bar won't appear afterwards. Take a note that the CC circle bar requirements will increase slightly from the previous level, so it's not gonna be the same. Since you can do this 3 times, there might be some reason that you should not try to rushing for that sweet 300% damage received increased. Otherwise, you will having trouble with your tanker to remove the Sakura mark. Back again, at least bring student with CC effect, and these two is preferable for insane difficulty. So the CC strength does boost the CC duration for the CC bar. You should bring at least 1 DPS for this, and most obviously is Mika. Sure, it the easy choice against heavy armor boss, and then bring at least 1 or 2 tanker as the damage receiver. You see, Wakamo swimsuit have ability to deal damage directly into to nearest target within her position. If you bring 1 tanker and Mika, it should be fine. However, you'll need healer on your last striker slot to keep both of them alive. And then for the special student, you could go with supporter, Himari or Akko as an example, or perhaps you could try to pick other supporter depending which strat you pick, like bringing in Waifuka with S.Shiroko. Technically, S.Shiroko does not do anything, but her sub-skill could help to boost X skill regeneration, and furthermore, the amount of her attack stats inherited into striker is quite higher. So you can save and use both Akko and Himari for the second phase instead. That's it. Phase 1. Take it easy, make uses of CC support X and basic skill, and you could defeat it easily. The phase 2. Wakamo Hovercraft. So in the field, 2 automatic AA are available. If you are on extreme or lower, this doesn't not putting so much pressure. It just there to help you with the missiles phase, while you keep dealing damage into the boss. Insane, however, this things need healing first before they activated. Technically, you don't really need to heal it that often, as long as you destroy the radar immediately and bringing Akko, the missiles phase shouldn't be a problem. At least that is on insane, so bringing healer here is an optional. Another thing is you don't need tanker as well, since the boss will attack randomly and AoE. Now, how this boss works. At least 1 student is the hyper carry, and for the rest, you'll need students with fast attack speed or contribute multiple hit easily. Maki, Neru, and Meru is suitable for this, but within these 3, you can only bring 2 of them, and for the last should be reserved for supporter. If you bringing Mika as the hyper carry, then you'll need UE to cut that X skill cost, and for the special, you could pick Akko and Himari. If you already use her, however, for the phase 1, Yuteha will do her best for multiple hit count, and Serena is best choice to heal the AA guns to prevent missiles destroying your resort. By the way, didn't I mention the resort? Well, you need to defend it from the incoming missiles, you lose as it destroyed. So, the boss needs student able to scores hit as fast as they can. But for what exactly is? You see, for every 15 hit is scored by your students into the boss, it will start to have a debuff. Increase the damage received by 10% that last only for 10 seconds. Sure, 10% is not that big, but it was stackable, and the maximum number is 30 stacks, which 300% damage received as the stacks is maxed. But that number is mostly rare to be reached, since the duration of this debuff is really short. So you'll need the correct timing for this big damaged out. One more thing that you don't need to rushing for multiple hit on early battle. It just gonna go away before you able to deal damage into it. So it's better to wait until the radar is appear, and you could immediately destroy it without thinking the missiles and resort. Once it destroyed, the groggy bar will be filled by half amount. Maximum to radar to make the boss into staggered state. When it happens, your student will easily deal critical into it. Also another thing is that bringing defense debuffer doesn't work, since the boss has low defense. So you can just only focused into student that able to scores hit faster. And I think that's it for the basic mechanic of this boss. For defeat it, there's various team composition. I guess that should be all. As always, Godspeed.